My poor leg. That's it. Constable, I suspect 3 people here. Take them to Scotland Yard for questioning.
As long as I don't leave empty-handed, all's good and well.
I know that look, Holmes. Have you found something new?
That's right. In order to trap the cab, the killer must have known the precise route it would take. Or even, that could suggest the cab must have set out not far from here, in this very street, perhaps.
Remarkable. Holmes, I'm terribly sorry, but I must go to the hospital now to help tend to the wounded.
I understand, Watson.
But don't forget our earlier discussion. About Kate.
Mud. Oof, smells bad. There was a collision here. Fresh paint, but from something else. The technical cab collided and stopped here. The lock was forced. A trail of mud goes through the entire room. A workshop. Saleable items are produced here. Mud. Oof, smells bad. It looks as though the carpet was placed here intentionally. An old access point to the sewers. A pneumatic drill, the same as the one that we found in the tent. A red powder. Given the circumstances, most probably iron oxide. Or just rust. Metal powder. Looks like aluminium. Magnesium strips. So, it was the goal of Rasco's gang to rob the bank. The thieves have opened almost all of the deposit boxes. They must have taken a great many valuables. An old map of the sewers with a red cross. The thieves have opened almost all of the deposit boxes. They must have taken a great many valuables. The iron wall of the vault has been melted through. Still warm. This vault belongs to the Bank of England. Metal rings. They're used to hold the barrel in one piece. A banknote. Dry, so it hasn't been here very long. All of the licorice has been eaten. This cigarette stub is dry. It was discarded fairly recently. The tobacco's aroma is still strong. It's sweet and nutty. Murad, quite a popular brand of cigarette. These barrels are empty and unsealed. The thieves used these barrels for the loot, which they then threw into the water. I need to warn Lestrade about this.
Ah, Mr. Holmes, we have a slight problem.
What happened?
One of the suspects, Mr. Reginald Butcher, has escaped. It was after we asked him to put his belongings in the evidence room. I'm sorry.
How did he escape?
He hit me in the face. Took me by surprise, you know, otherwise I...
Of course. That's all?
Just before he left the yard, he shouted, "Sorry, I'll come back later."
Sorry, I'll come back later.
He could have said that without punching me.
Is Inspector Lestrade here?
No, he will be absent for a couple of days. Can we keep this incident between us?
Reginald Butcher is fond of sweets. This pen is an expensive one, but it isn't new. Reginald Butcher had problems with his job. The initials MB. This letter from yesterday perhaps explains why Butcher was in such a hurry. At any rate, I now have an exact address. Whiskey. Of poor quality. Murad. Quite a popular brand of cigarette. Thick leather gloves. They're probably insulated. My life has changed thanks to Pastor Gordon and my faith. Electrical wires. A book. Karl Heinzen's 1848 Der Mord, with a bookmark. This terrible passage is apparently appreciated by Garrett. The belongings of the victims, Rasco and his acolyte. A Webley revolver. A standard deck of playing cards. A normal pocket knife. A police report about Rasco. He's only a minor criminal. Rasco is fond of licorice. Ha! The licorice was found both at the sewers and amongst Rasco's belongings.